Be grateful for your struggles. So in this video I wanted to talk about the importance of being grateful for struggles, because your struggles are going to make you stronger. So as I've said in multiple videos, that your suffering equals growth. Your suffering leads to your growth. And this is because you learn from your experiences. And have you ever heard of that phrase that um, men learn from their mistakes, but wise men learn from the mistakes of others? So you can kind of learn from other people, but I won't really touch on that in this video. Maybe I will in a future video, but for now I'm going to stick on the learning from your mistakes and your previous suffering and issues and stuff like that. So when you suffer, you grow. This happens all the time. Every single time that you suffer, you will grow. And because the experience or life XP, whatever, always stays. So pretty much what happens when you go through something bad, you kind of learn, and your mind is like, oh no, this is bad. Like, don't let your mindset get in the way of, this is a bad thing. Because every single time, like the Adonis of the situation is always gonna think like, I'm actually grateful for something bad. So something that bad happens, you know what I mean? Because it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of telling you like about how to get rid of the problem, and this is like you're doing something that's not necessarily right. um and it could be the wrong thing. Like, so for example, you are, you're consuming the wrong food, or you're watching a bad video and you feel like shit. So why do you feel like shit? Because you're watching the bad video. So the people that were like, oh no, I feel like shit, like the people that would like, the average guy would just be like, oh man, I feel like shit, so this is bad, and I don't want to feel like shit. Like, they'll take like the quick fix, and then they'll go back to doing that bad thing, and it's just gonna go on a loop like all the time. But the Adonis of the situation, or the higher level person, or the person that wants to improve themselves, would be like have a different mindset on the thing. um, and they would say, all right, I'm doing this bad thing, I'm watching this video, and it's not necessarily good for me, so I'm gonna stop watching this thing, or I'm gonna stop consuming this thing. I'm gonna stop watching, I'm gonna stop doing this bad habit, because this is devaluing who I am as a person. So I think that's really important to understand. And it's important to be grateful for that struggle, because what happens when you actually do that bad thing, you realize like, oh, this is bad for me, so I shouldn't be doing it. So you're not gonna do it, are you? Like, if you struggle from that, you're not gonna do it again, are you? I mean, obviously, the person with like bad mental health might be doing it again and again and again. They might go down like a cycle where they're just on that loop. But how many loops can you go through? And how many struggles can you go through to actually start growing? Do you know what I'm talking about? So, like, it's kind of little things like that that can actually really help you to grow, because it's important to be grateful for those things. I was doing the bad habits myself, and I'm actually grateful for doing them. And I look back and I'm like, wow, like yes, you still struggle in life. Like, life isn't necessarily like don't have the mindset like, oh, life is a struggle, life is so hard and all that. But like, tend to like be aware of the things that happen, and this meditation also helps with this. Be aware of what's happening in your life right now, and try to like not like fix it, but like fix your mindset on the actual thing. Like, fix your view of reality, fix your perception, and this will absolutely change your life. This has with mine, like, this absolutely changed my life. The way that I think of reality is kind of the way it is, but like, it's more like it doesn't actually like change, but like your mindset changes on it. So if you change your mindset on reality, you're you don't get affected as much, or you don't get affected at all. In fact, it could actually positively benefit you to think this way. So, and you're kind of aware of what's going on, and you kind of say, all right, well, I can do this to kind of fix what's going on in my life right now. So, if something negative is going on in your life, kind of see it as a good thing, and try to say, all right, how can I actually solve the problem instead of like crying about it? Like, that's not going to do anything. That's just going to put yourself in a worse mental state. So, I think actually trying to solve the problem and trying to say, all right, how can we minimize this risk, or possibly even how can we, you know, minimize what's going on that's bad in my life and how to increase what's good. Then we can find more of a healthier situation that's going on in our life. And it's also, it's trying to stay positive and stuff like that as much as you possibly can. So it's trying to stay positive, especially during the hard times. And I find that even though it's the most hardest, it's the most rewarding, especially in the hard times. So do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. You're in a hard time and you don't want to do hard work, but you got to do the hard work. So do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. So I hope you got some value out of this video. If you liked it, give it a like. And if you're interested on the topic of self-improvement, just like I am, please consider giving this channel a subscribe. I appreciate your support. Thanks.